Hi, my name is JP Bresser. I'm an instructor for Global Underwater Explorers, and currently I'm in Mexico for some amazing diving. Most people know Mexico only about cave diving, but actually, as you can see behind me, there's a massive ocean. There's some very cool technical diving to do as well. So that's what I want to talk to you about, a new subject for a small series. We're going to talk about stages. We're going to talk about what different sizes of stages we can use for specific types of decompression. We're going to talk about the material the stages are built from. We're going to talk about rigging and marking as well. And I'm going to show you and explain you a gas switch. To learn more about people's understanding, specifically sizes of decompression stage cylinders, we went to the boat show in Germany and asked a couple of people what their understanding is.
Okay, I know two decompression stages, the ALU 80 and the ALU 40, and I will use the ALU 80 for Deco decompression and the ALU 40 for shallower decompression.
Ich brauche für Sauerstoffdekompression eine 40-Kuft-Flasche und für Nitrox 50 für das 21 Meter Gas eine 80-Kuft-Flasche.
Yeah, I basically use either S40s, which is 5.6 liters, or S80s, which is around 11 liters, aluminium cylinders.
So, listening to the comments, it's quite clear that people understand the two sizes we use, the aluminium 40, which is roughly a 5.5 liter, or the aluminium 80, which is roughly an 11 liter cylinder. But which cylinder size do we pick for what type of decompression? To fully understand that, we can do a simple calculation based on a standard GUE Tech 1 dive. A standard GUE Tech 1 dive would be, for instance, a dive spending 30 minutes at an average depth of 45 meters. That will give you approximately 30 minutes of decompression obligation as well. So we start our decompression after our gas switch, which is for 50% at 21 meters, and then we take 30 minutes getting to the surface. Let's do a simple calculation. 45 minutes average depth of the dive, giving us the 30 minutes decompression obligation. The average depth of our ascent is going to be 10 meters because we're going to be traveling from 21 to the surface. And we're going to use a surface consumption rate of 15 liters per minute. When we multiply all this gives us a required volume of 900 liters for the 30 minutes decompression. But let's pencil in some safety here. Let's say one of the teammates has a problem with the decompression cylinder. So we're going to multiply this by a safety factor of 1.5, giving us a total required volume in liters for the decompression of 1350 liters. Let's take a maximum fill pressure for a decompression cylinder of 200 bars. When we divide the 1350 through that 200 bars, that will give us a required volume in cylinder size of 6.75 liters, which actually is pretty close to a 7 liter. And I would say that for Tech 1 dives with a 30 minutes of decompression, the 7 liter cylinder is an excellent choice. Of course, there's nothing wrong using an aluminium 80 and 11 liter. This will just give you some extra gas and extra safety. All right, let's do another example. Let's say we're using a bit shallower profile, and now we're going to use 100% as our decompression gas. That means we still have a 30-minute decompression obligation, but we're going to do the decompression at 6 meters of depth. So if we do that same calculation, we're going to do 30 minutes, average depth of 6 meters, and we're going to use the 15 liter per minute surface consumption rate again. That will give us, in this case, a required volume of 720 liters. Again, we're going to multiply this by the safety factor of 1.5, giving us a total required volume of 1080 liters. Again, divided by 200 bars, this gives us 5.4 liters. So an aluminium 40 will be the perfect choice for us to do a 30-minute oxygen decompression at an average depth of 6 meters. All right, so to conclude, we know there are three, I would say, recommended sizes for your decompression stage. It's going to be an aluminium 40, roughly 5.5 liters. It's going to be a 7 liter aluminium, or it can be an aluminium 80, which is roughly 11 liters. So depending on the type of decompression you're doing, shallow or deeper, you can pick any of these, I would say, required volumes. So if we're doing any Tech 1 dives in the range around 40-45 meters, we learned that the 7 liter is actually a perfect choice. When we're doing more shallower decompression, using 100% oxygen at 6 meters, we learned that the aluminium 40, the 5.5 liter, is a great choice. And then we have the flexibility of using the aluminium 80, which is 11 liters. So next time what we're going to do, we're going to talk and go a little bit more in depth in how we're going to rig the stage and how we're going to mark the stage.